How's it going, everyone? Today's video is going to cover, well, a couple of things, but primarily I want to talk about Din Djarin's fate in The Mandalorian. I like that Din Djarin is a character that I can't quite predict right now, but as Season 3 has progressed, I'm growing increasingly concerned about his fate on the show. Before we dive in though, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd like to grow this channel to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but I'm not just asking for a one-sided transaction where you boost my ego and I give you nothing in return except clickbaity videos. I'm really working hard to turn this into a channel that delivers original thoughts, content, and all of that in a more positive way. Much like the Children of the Watch and the Night Owls, Star Wars fans are divided. But I want this channel to be a place for all fans, so consider sitting down at the table with other fans who maybe take their helmets off all willy-nilly whenever they want, while you believe that your helmet should never be removed. And hit that subscribe button. That felt like the strangest plea for subscribers I've done. Let's just jump into the video. During Star Wars Celebration, Mandalorian producer Rick Famuyiwa said that anyone can be the Mandalorian, hinting at what fans are already picking up in Season 3, and that is that Din Djarin is not necessarily the Mandalorian of the show. I've noticed this conversation has also been polluted by rumors of Pedro Pascal wanting to be done with the show. I'm not factoring rumors into any of my thoughts right now because rumors are typically just unhelpful clickbait. I agree that Din does not need to be the Mandalorian though, but I am growing concerned about his fate. I think that many fans are thrown by this season's clear pivot from the Din and Grogu formula established in Seasons 1 and 2. I love that we're getting to zoom out and explore Mandalorians in a broader sense. I just don't want to do that at the expense of telling Din Djarin's story. Din Djarin is an incredibly relatable character, and I'm positive there is more in store for him as he raises Grogu. A piece of Season 3 that has felt off to me is the uncertainty I have about what's next for Din Djarin though, and Chapter 23 of The Mandalorian gave me a troubling idea as to what could be next for him. The episode, as you probably know, ended with Moff Gideon and his Beskar-clad troopers taking Din Djarin as their prisoner. Shortly after, Paz Vizsla sacrificed himself so that Bo-Katan and the rest of the Mandalorians could escape. Not only was this sacrifice a heroic moment that I teared up during my watch party, but it reminded me that the show is not afraid to kill off characters. That being said, there's a difference between Din Djarin and Paz Vizsla in terms of importance in the show, so I find it hard to believe that they would kill off Din. But this season has certainly left me feeling uneasy about his fate, that maybe perhaps that is an option on the table to kill him off. I can see an unlikely ending where Din sacrifices himself to ensure that Bo-Katan and Grogu survive. This could be a rematch with Moff Gideon and Din loses this time, or maybe something entirely different. I see Season 3 ending with the Empire being driven off of Mandalore and Gideon defeated though, because this would usher in a new era of Mandalore. Bo-Katan leading and Mandalore retaken. But then perhaps maybe one of Gideon's officers reports back to the Shadow Council that Gideon failed and the Mandalorians took back their planet. This is all a side note because I think it would be a really cool spot to reveal Thrawn here. Maybe this is where he appears and dismisses the Council's concerns about the Mandalorians, saying that the Empire is about to return in full force because he is back as heir to the Empire. What do you think? Will we see Thrawn in the finale, or will they save his full reveal for the Ahsoka show? I'm just saying, it feels intentional that the Ahsoka trailer revealed him right before the last 2 episodes of Mando, but hey, maybe we'll just be left with the name drop in Chapter 23. That was enough for me anyways. Okay, so please forgive that drawn out side note. It's hard for me to talk about Star Wars right now without mentioning the impending arrival of one of my favorite villains, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Back to the video though. Din Djarin's future in The Mandalorian is unclear to me at this point. But what is clear is that the show's writers and producers want us to get comfortable with Bo-Katan. What do you think about this season of The Mandalorian so far, and particularly Din Djarin's role in the season? Do you think they're getting ready to replace him with Bo-Katan, or is the show just shifting to be more than just one Mandalorian, and this season focused on Bo in order to reestablish her, and then perhaps Season 4 will return to Din and Grogu once Mandalore is taken? What are your final predictions for Chapter 24 of The Mandalorian? Let everyone know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video. May the Force be with you.